Hello, and everything's dry, as if by magic. And how gorgeous is this? I do hope that the metallic sheen is showing up. I mean, it's such a dark and miserable day here today. Trying to get good light is not easy, but just look at that. I mean, I'd be happy with it just like that. So I need to tidy the edges up a little bit. I think we'll possibly wait to the end for that. The inside is just as beautiful in my eyes, my humble opinion. But oh gosh, I mean, look at that. Seahorses and mermaids, you know me. And the tab and the nameplate, they've all come out really, really beautiful. And again, they've got that metallic shimmer to them. So okie dokie. I think what we're going to do first of all, let's see. I know what we'll do first of all. We'll stamp. Let's just move these out of the way, and we'll bring these ones in. And we're just doing the stamps. There they are. So this is the Missing You set, and I'm going to use. I've got one giant. All the acrylic blocks I've got are in hiding, so I'm just going to use this one giant square block that hopefully everything will fit onto, and I am using my VersaFine, and I'm just going to pop some of these. I'm not bothered if it misses anything. This is going to be quite random. Oh, thank you. And oh gosh, we'll have a clean one of those out, I think. Let's give that a quick wipe. I will wash it afterwards, because there's one thing about me, is I'm so strict with my stamps. I have to have them all clean and in the right place. Everything else in the house is totally untidy, but no. Stamps? Don't mess with the stamps. Or the watercolours. So we'll try the small stamp on here. I think we'll just do the one on there. Oh, I see. So we've got an open leaf on the larger one, and then we've got closed leaves on the smaller stamps. I like very much. Oh, we have the opposite direction. Let's put it at the other side. So we have a pair. And we'll pop that onto. Or is that slightly different? Oh, I like that. They are ever so slightly different. So you could play around with those and build them up. I'll pop that back very carefully and pop those to one side. And I'm wondering, I know it's not going to be a perfect fit, but I am wondering if I can get one of these sentiments onto here without losing too much of the writing. I think Hello Friend will fit. So I'll carefully remove that. Pop it onto the acrylic block. And it's a new stamp. Gosh, actually these stamps have worked really well considering I haven't used them before. So we've just inked them and gone straight to and stamped. So we'll pop that way around, and we'll try and get all the lettering on as much as possible, but we will lose some of the curly edges off the end. And we're down. So even pressure right the way across, keeping hold of it. Of course, you can do this in your press as well. If you have any of the stamping presses that are available. Oh gosh, I like that. I think that's quite cool actually, going off the edges. So again, quick clean of my stamp. We'll wipe it before it goes away. We'll give these a quick blast. I like things when they go off the edges. I have to dry the ink though now, otherwise I'll just stick my fingers in it and then spread it onto something else. I am a mucky pup. Total mucky pup at crafting. Oh, those are so pretty. I want to paint those leaves green. Have we got a very fine brush? You see, making it up as we go along. I'll have a tiny, in fact I can use what's on the lid. There's probably plenty in there for this. And get my glasses on my nose, because these leaves are tweeny for me. Oop, missed. Oh, you can see. I was hoping you just wouldn't be looking at the top of my big head. I'd say grey hair, but I'm going straight to silver. At least it saves the cost of having highlights put in. I've got my own natural ones now. Reached that age. Oh, now that is really pretty. I really like that. And remember, I'm only using 2 colours here. They just work so well together. We'll give that a little blast. And set it to one side. Oops. Didn't mean to make quite so much noise. And oh, now look how that's going to go on there. That is So I think let's move those to there for safety before I stick my fingers in. I've decided to go with the messy writing stencil. I've already got paste on it because I am messy. So I'm going to pop it up here, and in fact I think I just want to do small patches of it, and I'm going to use the blue because the background is more green. So we'll add the blue over the top and that should pop out. So again, I mean, look at that, just in case. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to hold my stencil, which if you're not used to doing, please tape it down. I'm going to literally just scrape that gorgeous paste through. And again, I'm not bothered if I miss little bits. You know, it's not the end of the world. Not bothered if I go over the edge. Totally random and organic. And I'm going to lift that off very carefully. Oh goodness me, look at that. Oh, that is yummy. I'm going to move it down a little bit. Add a little bit more. In fact, I might take it over this edge to tie that in. And up we go. And then I'm not too keen on the blob here, so I want to add some along here, but I'm going to start at the bottom. Disguise the blob. Gosh, that is really silky smooth. Love that. Absolutely love it. And I don't mind, I've got a couple of little bits that have snuck underneath, but I'm really not bothered. And a tiny bit up here. And a tiny little bit up here. And I happy with that. And there's a big blob in the middle, which I can remove. It has left a little stain, so bear that in mind. I'm going to give it a quick blast. In fact, I will be back in a second. Okie dokie. So I actually started to carry on working then without letting you see what I'm doing. I've partly dried the stenciling, but what I want to do is to drag out some of the colour from the stenciling, but just while it's still not quite dry to touch, but it's dry, but I just want to, I don't know, I want to blend it a little bit. I don't want it to be too stark next to the background because the background's quite watery looking. And the other thing I wanted to do was to get some darker colour around the edge of the page, and it kind of frames it. Do you see how that's given that depth around there now? Well, this part might be drier. So, well, we can always add a little more, can't we? We'll go in, take the tiniest amount, pop the lid back on. And we'll just go in with that. So don't forget that you can go in over the top. So you can go in, you can stencil, and then you can go in over the top of the stencil and paint some more in. I'm liking this effect around the edge. And I'm actually, let's see what it's like to work with neat. Let's take a little bit off. Ooh. Oh, now that's really nice. I'll blend that out a bit. Add a little bit more to the top. And I'm really liking that. That's really, I don't know, it's just totally under the water, which, as you all know, I'm besotted by. And we'll go to the other side. And we'll do the same down here. Oh, that's yummy. I love how that's taken on the edges. And I love the fact that you can carry on layering the colours together. So you've now got that mixture of colour and texture in there as well, plus the fact that within the colour you've got the different, you've got matte and you've got the sheen of the metallics. Let's see if I can show you this now. Oh, I hate wiping up. Oh, big deep breath, Elizabeth. Got the sheen, and that's before it's completely dry, and the inside is just as beautiful. So I'm going to pop that to one side to dry, and I'm going to take hold of these again. Oh, why did I wipe that? I could have used it. Hey, yay. And I'm just going to dab my finger into there. Because this hasn't got very much blue on it, I just want to give it a very fine border. I just want it blending round, just so there's a little bit showing on the front without my big fingers getting in the way. And I probably put a big blue, oh no I haven't. Let's put a big blue fingerprint then. Oops, that's too much. Remember, it's easier to build the colour up than to take it off. But let's just try something else on here. Because remember how the colour moved then? Can we blend that in? Oh, yes we can. Holy gamoly, look. That's definitely got some blue in there now. Oh, I like that very much. Okay, I'm going to do the same with these two, and then I'm going to pop the journal together with some bands in, ready for adding whatever into it. So I'll be back soon. So there we have it, that's the completed journal cover. I really love the way it turned out. The colours are just so sumptuous, I think is the best word for them. They are so pigment rich. I mean, you saw how we watered it down, and just look at the colours on there. I decided to try and dye some seam binding as well, and this was actually tea dyed previously, so it's taken over the top of the tea dye and it's made an absolutely beautiful peacock colour. I've just added one of the tabs on as an embellishment. The other tab I've added onto the front, and the smaller tab I thought it might be a good idea to cut it in half, and then on one of the pages on the inside, if you mount one side one way, one side the other way, so the holes line up, and glue them into place, it then gives you the perfect little hole to add a little dangle from your pages, and you've got that gorgeous little embellishment that coordinates with everything. And this is the sheet of paper we mocked up with, and again there is a slight hint of sparkle on there, and the actual book, the inside, it's absolutely stunning. The colour's beautiful. And then the outer cover, which, oh gosh, I hope you can get that sheen. The sheen from that, the stencil butter is just absolutely glorious. Thanks for sticking by me. You wouldn't believe how many things went wrong with this video. And today's the day after I started filming. But hey ho, technology. Thanks for coming to see. Bye.